Hey guys, welcome. Today I'm going to be sharing the details for our upcoming 5-day free smoothie challenge. So this starts on Monday, June 3rd, which is next Monday. And today I'm going to be sharing all the details for how to join, why we're doing it, and how to get started. Now, if you guys are new for whatever reason, my name's Autumn. I'm a certified clinical nutritionist with my master's nutrition human performance. And as a lot of you guys know, I love smoothies. I've used them so much over the past 8 years. They're just a really easy and convenient way to fit in protein, fat, and fiber to help support a wellness, a body recomposition, a weight loss goal. It just really helps to start the day off right as well, especially if you don't have a ton of time to make an extravagant breakfast and you just need something really fast and easy that's also going to be loaded with the nutrients to help support your goals. Smoothies are just one of the easiest ways to do that. It's just a lot of people do smoothies wrong, especially if you go out to eat and you're grabbing a smoothie at a restaurant or one of those smoothie bars. They're often really, really high in sugar and really low in protein. That's not going to support most goals or really any type of wellness goal. So the goal with the 5-day smoothie challenge is to help you make that one change where you incorporate a smoothie that's actually rich in protein, fat, and fiber to help stabilize blood sugar levels, to help provide those nutrients, and to help support your goals. So that's why we're doing this 5-day free smoothie challenge, to really help make that one change that could help set you up for success with a lot of other wellness goals and body recomposition goals down the line, which we do have. Speaking of body recomposition, we have our upcoming summer challenge coming in a couple of weeks with a 6-week summer meal plan that's brand new. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Details will also be coming really, really soon. Okay, so if you guys have not done this challenge before, you do get a completely free download. The details for how to download are linked down in the description below. If you're subscribed to my weekly newsletter, you also already received it. So just make sure you check your email. But it is a completely free download. And even if you've done it in the past, make sure you re-download the one that I just sent out today, because there's a little update. So the free smoothie challenge is a 15-page free download. It includes 5 healthy recipes, 5 healthy protein, fat, and fiber-rich smoothie recipes. And the big update here is that each of the smoothies have been updated to have 30 grams of complete protein minimum in each. So especially for a body recomposition goal, we know how important it is to make sure we're eating enough protein to help reduce hunger, reduce cravings, not get those sugar cravings, to help support muscle mass, help make sure that our metabolism stays strong and healthy. All of these really important, both health and body recomposition benefits. So the smoothies within the free download have been updated to all have a minimum of 30 grams of complete protein. So within the free download, it also has the 3 smoothie challenge guidelines, which we'll go over in just a second, smoothie tips and tricks, the 5-day smoothie meal plan, so you can follow this or you can make adjustments. We'll also get into that in just a second, as well as super simple ingredient swaps. So you can see the page actually right here. In fact, let me see if I can make it a little bit bigger just so you can get little sneak peek. So you can see on the left, that is the super easy ingredient swaps page. So they go back and forth. If you guys already have the download and you've taken a look at this. So for example, I have banana listed on there, but if a recipe calls for cauliflower rice, you can see that cauliflower rice is a swap for banana. So you can use any of the swaps that are both for banana or listed underneath cauliflower rice. So it goes back and forth with those super easy ingredient swaps. So if there's a recipe that uses an ingredient either you don't like or you're allergic to, or whatever it might be, that swaps page is a great reference point so that you can go and just make an equivalent swap to better support your goals or taste preferences. Okay. So going into the guidelines, this is also going to be in the 5-day free smoothie challenge download. So in anybody just tuning in, we're going to be starting on June 3rd. So that's on Monday of next week. But the guidelines for the challenge itself is, first of all, choose one smoothie that you're going to have every day for the 5 days. I found just focusing on Monday through Friday first, especially if this is your first major step you're taking for your body recomposition or weight loss or wellness journey, whatever it might be, focusing on that Monday through Friday when we're in that routine and building habits during that work week. It's a really great place to start, especially to make a habit that's going to stick. So choose one of the smoothies that we have. It can either be a different one every single day, or you can have the same one every day. If you just really love one of the smoothies, you can totally have that every day too. Drink it as a lunch or a breakfast. So breakfast just means with intermittent fasting, you're literally breaking your fast. But with any type of eating pattern, breakfast is still a breakfast technically. But we want to drink it either a lunch or a breakfast. I would recommend trying to have it as a breakfast instead of a lunch if possible, because that way you're just starting off your whole day on the right foot. You're starting off with a high quality source of protein, fat, and fiber to help stabilize blood sugar levels, and it makes it a lot easier to make better decisions, to feel better throughout the day when you start off on the right foot with that first meal. So you can have it as a lunch, but I would recommend, if possible, having that smoothie as a breakfast instead. And then mix and match your smoothies according to your liking. So this can be like changing out ingredients with that ingredient swap page that I mentioned earlier that's in the free download. So if you are allergic to coconut, then you could swap out the coconut butter for like peanut butter. You could use hemp seeds or chia seeds. There's different swaps in there and tells you how much to swap them out for. So make sure you familiarize yourself with that page because it's going to be really useful, especially if you have some type of dietary restrictions. And then also change smoothies as needed or wanted. So like I mentioned, I have a meal plan, like a 5-day meal plan you can follow with the smoothies, or you can just pick whatever smoothies you want in whatever order you want, or have the same one every day if you want. Totally doesn't matter as long as you're just at least following that first guideline of having one smoothie every day for breakfast or lunch. And then make sure, if this is your first challenge, that you don't forget to join the community. So we have a free Facebook group with over 20,000 members. I have it linked in the free download, as well as just linked in the description, I think, of the video below, or of this live stream below. But you can find the link within the free download. It's a really great resource to be part of the Facebook group. It's just amazing, really supportive, positive community, which is very important when you are on some type of health, wellness, body recomposition journey. It's very, very crucial to have a positive resource where you can talk to, you can feel supported by other people on their journey too. So don't miss this. You want to make sure you join that Facebook group. It's free as well, so you can check that out. It's linked within the free download too. Okay, and then if you do need a protein powder, I know a lot of you are already using my protein powder because it's specifically been developed to be used in recipes. So a lot of other protein powders are not meant to be made in like smoothies or in recipes like my protein waffles, which you guys know I'm also obsessed with. Other protein powders are just really, really highly sweet, artificially flavored. So they're meant to just be shaken with water. So they have to be like very, very strong in flavor. I developed my protein powder specifically to taste good in recipes, which makes all the difference. And then of course it's 100% whey protein isolate. So it's the lowest lactose option. So for those who might be a little lactose intolerant, this is going to be the best whey option because it is the lowest lowest lactose whey option. It's zero sugar, pasture raised, and of course, each bag also comes with an additional 10 free recipes. So you have those 5 free smoothie recipes from today's free download, as well as the 10 that come with the bag of protein. So if you want to make sure you have it before the challenge, make sure you grab that either like today or tomorrow, maybe latest Wednesday to ensure you have it before Monday, but preferably like today or tomorrow to make sure you have it for the challenge. Okay, so the 5-day free smoothie challenge just does start on Monday, June 3rd. So this upcoming Monday, make sure you grab the free download down description below. Otherwise, I'm going to go through and answer some questions here because I do see that there are some questions. Let me hop on. Hey, Camille and Guylaine, we have some AM peeps, some OG AM peeps on. Camille, no smoothie emoji, so we'll just pretend. We do need a smoothie emoji. Who can we petition about that? Okay, Jennifer, can I substitute sunflower seeds in place of hemp seeds or flax seeds? They will have a different type of like nutrient profile. Like hemp seeds are going to be higher in those plant-based forms of omega-3 fats. Flax seeds or chia seeds for that matter are going to be higher in fiber. But from the fat content perspective, you can replace those pretty evenly with the other seed options. Yeah, Camille, summer meal challenge coming up very soon. Like literally in a couple weeks, I actually have the final version right here next to me. So stay tuned for that because I'm very, very excited for the upcoming 6-week summer meal plan. Yeah, Kathy, when buying protein powders, I'm having a hard time finding powder that does not have heavy metals. We test for heavy metals specifically for that reason. Unfortunately, with a lot of plant-based proteins, they do tend to be higher in heavy metals purely because of just how they're grown. In general, animal-based proteins like those from whey or egg tend to be a lot lower, but we specifically test for heavy metals for that reason as well, because that was a concern of mine too before we had my protein powder. Hey, Katie. I know, Kelly, how's it almost June already? I have no idea. Okay, Kathy, also do protein powders possibly have interactions with supplements and meds? So it depends on, probably not with supplements, unless it's a supplement that needs to be taken with or without food. With medications, that's kind of also the same gray area on if it needs to be taken with or without food, because protein powder is just, it's protein. Like, it's an isolated form of protein, which you'd just be getting from food regardless, especially like dairy products for an equivalent. So if your medication can't be taken with food, then that would obviously be something you have to look out for. But if you are ever curious, you could obviously ask your doctor and just make sure that there's not any type of food drug interaction at all. Okay, good question. AP, could you please tell us why you don't consider lentils as a high protein option? It's because if you just look at the breakdown, it's just not high protein compared to other actual high protein sources. The amount of protein that you need to eat from lentils in order to be equivalent to that of other higher protein sources, even if you were to compare it to another plant-based source like tempeh, which is the fermented soy protein, lentils are just so incredibly low compared to the amount of carbohydrates it contains. Doesn't mean it's not a good option to incorporate as an additional food source. Like, I like eating lentils, I just don't consider it a protein source. It's also just not a complete protein, and it's a very low diaz protein. All of that sounds confusing to you, I have a full list, a full blog post where I list out the different types of protein sources and like why some would be considered better than others. If you just type into Google Autumn Bates high protein list, that blog post will pop right up. They have animal-based, vegetarian, and plant-based options. So you can make sure you choose the ones that best fit your lifestyle, food preferences. Just make sure you're choosing actually high quality protein sources to have as the main protein for your meal. Again, doesn't mean you can't have lentils. It just is not one I would consider to be a source of high quality protein. Sarah, good question. I have Autumn's unflavored and chocolate protein powders. Can I just add vanilla extract to the unflavored powder in a smoothie to pretend it's the vanilla protein powder? How much? You can. It'll come out tasting a little bit different because, you know, it's not quite the same. But I would probably start off with like a half teaspoon. I wouldn't do too much more than that. You can try adding a little, experiment starting with like a half teaspoon, because you don't want it to get that like alcohol-y flavor from vanilla extract. But I have used vanilla extract before in smoothies and it does taste great. So I just start with about a half teaspoon and see how it goes. But I would do it for specifically for the unflavored, perhaps. You could do it for the chocolate, but then it's going to have the chocolate flavor in addition to that, which for some smoothies might taste perfectly fine. Others, if you don't want that chocolatey flavor, then I would go for the unflavored and add the vanilla instead. Erin, thank you for this info. You're very welcome. Oh, Carol, I really enjoy your vanilla protein powder. Thank you. Camille, I thought about this. Maybe we need to do this, a 5-day protein waffle challenge. It might be a thing, perhaps in the future, maybe in the fall. If you guys want that, let me know in the comments below, because you know that I'm all about my protein waffles. Okay, Kelly, help me. Every time I make the AN protein pancakes or waffles, it comes out chalky, grainy, and tough. What could I be doing wrong? Thanks. One thing I would say is try mashing up the banana really well. So if it's not mashed up very well, then it could not be incorporated nicely to make that nice fluffy texture. I noticed that Trevor, because he's like the absolute protein waffle king in our house, he uses a potato masher and he mashes it up to where it's essentially like liquid, and it comes out so light and so fluffy. It's amazing. I would recommend trying that out first. Yeah, Katie, summer challenge coming soon. Hi, Melina. Thanks for the smoothie challenge download. Making the same smoothie every day gets tiring. Love the options in this download. Can't wait to try them. Yes. So that is one important thing. There's really kind of like two camps when it comes to like frequency of meals. Some people, like my mom, for example, she literally has been having the same smoothie every day for like 15 years. That is not an exaggeration. So she loves having the same thing every single day. Other people like myself, I need to switch it up, or I get extreme food fatigue. I get bored of what I'm eating, and then I crave foods that work against my goals. So just know what type of person you are, and if you're okay with having the same thing every day and it's going to work for you, or if you need to switch it up. That's why the smoothie challenge has those options, so you can switch it up if you like. Marina, how much weight can we expect to lose on the smoothie challenge? So this is kind of a difficult one to answer, because it's not really that this is the specific focus with this 5-day smoothie challenge specifically. This challenge is really to help make that first step along this journey. There's other tools and strategies that I would like to build upon. And in addition, making this one small change of having that smoothie. That's why I have the other challenges where we have all those additional tools and lifestyle changes and meals that help to round out the strategies. But I've found, especially if you are brand new, if you are a beginner, making that one first change can just be all the difference. It can help make it less overwhelming than making a lot of changes at once. So starting your day off with something that is rich in protein, fat, and fiber helps you to crave less of foods that work against your goals. I know it sounds strange. It doesn't sound like that should work, but when you eat enough protein, it is amazing what that can do to your taste buds, what that can do to your cravings, your hunger, all of that. So that's why we want to first focus on that first really big step of starting the day off on the right foot, which is what this challenge introduces. And then if you want to really focus on body recomposition, which is what I like to focus on instead of traditional weight loss, because weight loss doesn't account for if it's muscle or fat. I like to focus on specifically body fat loss while keeping muscle so that we don't lose our metabolism in the process and we don't have this plateau and yo-yoing effect. If you want to do something like that, we have the next challenge coming up in a couple of weeks where we do have the 6-week summer meal plan that's specifically dedicated all to that. All those details will be coming soon within like literally a couple of weeks. So stay tuned for that. But this is a very good first place to start with the 5-day free smoothie challenge to make that first really big step. Jennifer, will we be able to get the new summer recipes as part of a bundle? I will have, so every year I have a beginner bundle that I offer with the updated, or not updated, but brand new rather, 6-week summer meal plan. So I call it the beginner bundle that will have the 21-day program, the 7-day detox, as well as the new 6-week summer meal plan. So this is a brand new meal plan, not an update of a past one, but brand new. So if you don't have the 7-day detox or the 21-day program, then you can bundle them together with the upcoming 6-week summer meal plan. Again, those details will be released really soon. Kelly, it'll be a winter summer challenge for me. Yes, Southern Hemisphere. That always trips me up. Ashley, what are your thoughts on quinoa? Quinoa. Totally said that wrong for a second. It's a pseudo grain, so it's a great option if you are trying to stay away from grains and if you are not very carb sensitive and you want to incorporate it in small amounts with your meals. It's a good option to include. I wouldn't, again, consider it a main protein source if that's the question that you're asking because of the DIAT score, like how it's actually absorbed within the body. I can't recommend enough everybody who's watching this live stream right now to check out that one blog post I have where I list out the best protein sources. So just type Autumn Bates protein list on Google. It'll pop right up. That blog post complete, like print that out. That is a very, very great resource because there are plant-based, vegetarian, and omnivorous options. And it explains the whole reasoning behind why some proteins are better than others, why not all proteins are the same. So highly recommend you check that out. Hello from New Zealand. Hi. Thank you, AB. You're very welcome. Yes, so Lavender's asking about a swap for bananas. Can't do that because of histamine. Any substitute? Yes. So when you look at the free download, I think it's on page 7, if I remember correctly. I have all of those swaps. So really make sure you familiarize yourself before you dive into the challenge next week with those swaps so that you know what you can swap out any given ingredient with, depending on either food intolerances, allergies, whatever it might be, or simply preferences. You know what you can swap it out for. That's going to be equivalent. Kathy, would love to try your smoothies and waffles. What's the website, or do I look on YouTube? So if you're looking, if you guys are just joining in and you want to join or joining into the live stream and you want to join the 5-day smoothie challenge, it's a free download. So you can actually grab it with the link down description below, or if you're already subscribed to my email newsletter, then you received it today. So check your inbox. So that's a 15-page free download. So just check it out, link down description below. For the waffle recipe, that's different. I have a bunch of different videos and blog posts on that. I have a video though that came out like within the last couple months where I actually show the process. You should just be able to type like Autumn Bates protein waffle on YouTube and that should pop up as well. Erin, can you do the challenge while breastfeeding? Yeah, so I'm currently breastfeeding. I've not had any issues because I really focus on making sure I'm providing my body with enough protein, fat, and fiber, nourishing my body. I've shared my whole experience on this. I've been breastfeeding for almost 10 months now and have not had any issues. So when it comes to breastfeeding, it is just so important that you actually are nourishing your body with the right types of foods, which is exactly what we focus on in all of my challenges. This is not about just like eating less calorie restriction. On the contrary, it's about eating the right types of foods to raise satiety hormones, provide the body with what it needs, and to naturally turn off the hunger and the cravings that can often happen when you eat the wrong things. But of course, you can always check in with your doctor to make sure that, especially where you're at right now in your breastfeeding journey, that it fits for you. All right, Aaron, eating a good amount of protein is good for us ladies trying to lose our menopause bellies too. It's working for me. I also do good fats and fiber, lift weights, but your channel got me started. That is awesome. Sounds like a perfect, perfect recipe right there. Okay, Sandra, can I use cow's milk instead of almond milk in the smoothies? Yes, so I didn't actually list this in the free smoothie download, but you can with some caveats. So obviously, if you're lactose intolerant, then I wouldn't recommend it because cow's milk is high in lactose. So that wouldn't be a good swap. You'll just feel really bloated and uncomfortable. That's where the nut or seed milks would be a better option, or even just using water can be a good option. But if you are not lactose intolerant and if you are not carb sensitive, like very carb sensitive, then you could actually use the dairy, like cow milk, as an option. I would just stick with the whole milk option. You could even do, like, if you wanted to do 5 ounces, a lot of the recipes have like about 10 ounces of liquid. So you could do like 5 ounces of cow's milk and then do an extra 5 ounces of water to thin it out if you wanted to. But having the cow's milk will help to provide another source of high quality, complete protein. In fact, you guys have heard me say this study a lot because it blows so many people's minds. But there's been research showing that whole fat dairy, so like not skim, not 2%, but whole fat, whole milk dairy, is actually inversely associated with obesity. So it can be protective against weight gain because it has that high quality protein and fat to help reduce hunger and boost satiety. So if you are not carb sensitive, if you are not lactose intolerant, then you can use that as a swap. Okay, guys. So we have the 5-day free smoothie challenge starting on Monday, June 3rd. So that's this upcoming Monday. It's a free download. You can grab the details with the link down description below. You can also find the details on my blog. I shared a blog post today with those details. Just go over to autumnlnutrition.com/blog. So autumnelle nutrition.com/blog. And the details were shared today in today's weekly newsletter. So you can find all the details for how to join in, how to grab your free download, any of those places. Otherwise, guys, smoothie cheers. I wish I had a smoothie here to cheers with you guys, but that'll be next week. And I'll see you guys really